guys, my name's Dave and welcome to another Guitar Zero to Hero song tutorial. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to play Story of My Life by One Direction. For the basics of this song, you'll just need a guitar in standard tuning and you'll need a capo on the 3rd fret of your guitar. If you want to master your chords back to front, then be sure to head over to guitarzerotohero.com to pick my free guitar ebook. Or if you want to improve any guitar in general, then check out Guitar Zero to Hero Premium, which is my complete step-by-step guitar course. Alright, let's jump into the lesson. First off, I'm going to teach you how to play the studio version of this song, which features the finger picking. Now, the finger picking in this song is actually played at quite a fast speed, so it's not very beginner friendly. So if you just want to strum and sing along to this song, in the second half of this video, I'll teach you an easy version of playing this song. So let's get stuck into the studio version with the intro, and there's just one line of tab here. So we're going to start with an A minor chord here. For our general finger picking rules, your thumb will take care of the 6th, 5th, and 4th strings, and your index, middle, and ring finger will take care of the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings respectively. Ideally, they shouldn't pluck any other strings other than the ones they've been assigned to. There are a couple of exceptions to this, but I'll get to those later. For the first bar, we're going to start with an A minor. Now let's break this bar up into 2 sections. So for our first section, we'll need to hit the 5th string, or the root note. Hold that out for a tiny bit, and then we have a 5-note run, which goes 4th string, 2nd, 4th, 3rd, 4th. So, and we put that all together. Now the second half is almost identical with the exception of the first note. So instead of just hitting the root note by itself, we're actually going to pinch the 5th string and the open 1st string together. And the rest of it is identical. So 4th, 2nd, 4th, 3rd, 4th. So the second half, we put that all together. Now the second bar is identical to the first bar. Then when we get to the 3rd bar, we're going to go to a C chord shape. And we're going to start by pinching the 5th and the 4th strings together. So this is one instance where your index finger can actually go away from its designated spot and play another string. So we're going to pinch the 5th and 4th strings together, but you're going to actually have your middle finger lifted. So when we pinch, you're going to hammer that middle finger into place. So after that, we'll then pluck 4 notes. So the 2nd string, 4th, 3rd, and 4th. So then we're going to go to a C sus4 chord shape. So you take your pinky finger, put it on the 3rd fret of the 4th string, and we're going to pluck the same pattern here. So we're going to start by pinching the 4th and 5th strings together, and then 4 notes, which is the 2nd, 4th, 3rd, and 4th string. So the bar in total. For the final bar, we return back to our C, same picking pattern, and we're going to pinch the 5th and 4th strings, and then 2nd, 4th, 3rd, 4th. And then for the second half of this bar, we're just going to pinch the 5th and 2nd strings together, hold that out for a beat, and then the 4th string by itself for one full beat. So the final bar. And that's it for the intro in total, which will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And altogether, the intro will sound like this at a couple of different speeds, along with the metronome. Okay, so next we get to the verse and there's 2 lines of tab here. Now the first line of tab is identical to the intro and we're just playing that through twice. Now the second line of tab is almost the same with one change, and that's in the second bar. So in the second bar, instead of just staying on this A minor chord, we're going to go to an F major 7/C. So our ring and pinky finger will be on the 3rd frets of the 5th and 4th string, and middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. And you want to keep that 1st string open still. Now our picking pattern is going to be identical. So nothing changes in terms of the picking pattern with our picking hand. We just change chord shapes. So the second line of tab will sound like this. So now we get to the pre-chorus, which has just 2 lines of tab here, and it's really simple. We're going to start with an F chord. So you can play this as a regular F chord, or you could use your thumb reaching over the top to play the F chord. We're going to start by pinching the 6th and 3rd strings, and then the 5th, 4th string together. So, and then we go to a G chord. This is a lazy G chord, so I'm just going to have my ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. I'm going to pinch the 6th and 2nd strings, and then the 4th and 3rd string. So all together for this first bar. Then we go to an A minor, pinch the 5th and 2nd strings together, and then the 4th, 3rd, 1st, and 2nd string. So, and the first line of tab in total. That's played through 3 times, and then for the second line of tab, we go back to our lazy G. We're going to start by pinching the 6th and 2nd strings, and then plucking the 3rd and 4th strings, and then continuing on plucking 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and then end on the 2nd string. So the second line of tab. And that's it for the pre-chorus. So next we get to the chorus, and there's 2 lines of chords here. So we're going to start with a C chord. Now our strumming pattern here is going to be down, up, down, up, down, up. And we're going to play that through twice to cover a full bar. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. But it's actually played quite fast, so you need a really nice and loose rhythm hand. So, right, so we're going to play that for 2 full bars of the C. Then we go to an F chord for 2 full bars. So you can play a full bar F like this, or you can just use your thumb to reach over the top to hit that 1st fret of the 6th string with your other fingers in place like this. I prefer playing my F like this. So 2 full bars of that. Then we go to an A minor for 1 bar, back to our F for 1 bar, and then back to our C for 2 more bars. So the chorus will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's just repeated twice for the chorus. The second verse, pre-chorus and chorus is identical to the first verse, pre-chorus and chorus, so nothing new to learn there. So next we'll get to the bridge, and the bridge is simple because it's just a D minor, and that's held out for 2 bars, and then a G held out for 2 bars. And that line of chords is played through twice. So then there's the soft chorus, where we're just going to strum some chords and hold them out. So we start with the C, hold it out for 2 bars, and then F for 2 bars, and then A minor for 2 bars, and then we go to an F major 7. So it's our F chord like this, with our thumb reaching over the top, but you do want to make sure that the open 1st string is ringing out. Now if you can't reach your thumb over the top to hit that low F, then that's okay as well. And we're going to play this for 2 strumming patterns. So. And then we get into the final chorus. So the final chorus chords is the same as the other choruses, and then we have the outro chords. So the outro chords differ a little bit here. It's now C for 2 bars, F for 2 bars, A minor for 2 bars, back to F for 2 bars, and then finally ending with the C chord. So those are all the parts of the studio version. You can see them all in context at the playthrough at the end of the song. But now I'm going to move on to the easy version. If you just want to strum this song and sing it along, then this is the easiest way of doing it without having to play that complicated and fast picking pattern. And we're just going to play an A minor. Now our strumming pattern here is going to be down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, and in succession. So we're going to play this for 2 strumming patterns, and then we'll go to a C chord for 1 full strumming pattern. Now for this C chord though, I actually like going to a C sus4 on the highlighted down strum here on the end beat after the 2. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up. So you're just placing your pinky finger on the 3rd fret of the 4th string. And then I go back to the regular C for the 2nd bar. So the intro chords will simply sound like this. Next we get to the verse, and there's 2 lines of chords here. So the first line of chords is the same as our intro. We just play that through twice. Now for our 2nd line of chords, instead of having the A minor for 2 strumming patterns, we're going to go A minor, and then we're going to play an F major 7. So to play the F major 7, our ring and pinky fingers will go on the 3rd frets of the 5th and 4th string, and middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. Keep your index finger where it is, and let that open 1st string ring out. If you can, reach over the top to hit your 1st fret of the 6th string with your thumb. So that's our F major 7. So the 2nd line of chords. So that's it for the verse, really nice and simple. So the easy verse will sound like this in total. Now I'll just play each line of chords through once, but in the actual song you'll need to play each line of chords through twice. Next is the pre-chorus, and there's just 2 lines of chords here. So we're going to start with an F chord. You can play this as a bar or with your thumb reaching over the top. Now we're going to play this with a down, 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 up. So play that for the F, and then we move up to a G chord with the same strumming pattern. So, and then we go up to an A minor, and we return back to our original strumming pattern. So the first line of chords. And the 2nd line of chords is a G for 1 full strumming pattern plus 1 extra strum. So 2, 3, 4. So that's it for the pre-chorus, which will sound like this. Now for our chorus, there's 2 lines of chords here. We're going to have a C for 2 strumming patterns, then an F for 2 strumming patterns, an A minor for 1 strumming pattern, F for 1 strumming pattern, and back to our C for 2 strumming patterns. So the chorus. Now for the bridge, we just have a D minor for 2 strumming patterns and a G for 2 strumming patterns. Really nice and simple. And then for the soft chorus, we are just strumming some chords and holding them out. So we have C held out for 2 bars, an F held out for 2 bars, an A minor held out for 2 bars, and then we kick back in with our strumming pattern on an F, and that's played for 2 bars. The final thing to learn is the outro, which is nice and easy. There's 3 lines of chords here. So it's a little bit different to the chorus because in the second line of chords, we now have our A minor for 2 bars, back to an F for 2 bars, and then we end the song with a C. If you want to see this all in context, then head to the playthrough at the end of this video. And those are all the parts for an easier version of playing this song if you just want to strum and sing along. As I mentioned, the finger picking in the actual recording is very quick. It is quite a challenge, so not suitable for beginners in my personal opinion. So now I'll be doing a full playthrough of the song and have a vocal track on top for some context. Big thanks to my friend Eric for lending his awesome vocals to this playthrough. Feel free to play this back as many times as you'd like to practice, play along to, and see how you go.
But baby, running after you is like chasing the clouds. The story of my life, I take her home, I drive all night to keep her warm, and time is frozen. take her home. I drive all night to keep her warm, and time is frozen.
Thanks so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this lesson, then I know you'll absolutely love these other lessons too. So hit the link here, or if you want to grab a copy of my free guitar ebook, then head over to guitarzerotohero.com or click the link here. Thanks so much, and I'll see you guys next time on Guitar Zero to Hero. Cheers.